first movie to kick off Phase 2 of my cinematic universe will be a sequel to Aquaman. After the events of the first Justice League movie, after the battle with Lex Luthor, who was revealed to be the strings behind the whole operation, Aquaman sets off to find the kingdom of Atlantis, to warn them about the upcoming danger known as Darkseid. And that's the whole plot of the movie. The villain of this movie will again be Black Manta. Because Black Manta is a pretty cool villain who deserves more spotlight. And at the end of the movie, it'll tease the arrival of his brother, Ocean Master. And in the post-credit scene of this movie, we'll see the arrival of Darkseid as he ascends upon Atlantis, waging war on all Atlanteans. And standing front and center will be the king of Atlantis, Aquaman. That will be the end of movie 1 of this Phase 2. Movie 2 of Phase 2 of my DCEU will be a team-up movie with Batman and Superman as they go after Aquaman to tell him about the arrival of Darkseid. As you can tell from my DCEU Phase 2, it'll reform around Darkseid's arrival. Batman will be scouring the streets of Gotham, looking around to see if there's any threats, while Superman flies around doing the same thing in Metropolis. And that'll be the plot of the movie. The villain will be, well, the two villains will be Lex Luthor and the Joker. The main villains of the two heroes, Superman and Batman. But the only interesting thing is there is a rivalry starting between Batman and Superman. Superman thinks Batman's methods are terrible, while Batman thinks Superman is a too-goody. So that plays into a factor in this shared universe and my DCU. At the end of the movie, they'll tease the arrival of Scarecrow. In the post-credit scene, will be see the arrival of Darkseid as he ascends again in Atlantis, while Aquaman is trying to fight him off. Darkseid successfully kills Mira, which upsets Aquaman enough to go on full rage and almost kills Darkseid, but Darkseid tosses him aside like a fly. And that's the end of movie 2 of this shared universe. Movie 3 of my DCU will be another John Stewart Green Lantern movie. In this movie, John Stewart goes to Oa and talks to the Guardians about the arrival of Darkseid. The Guardians know Darkseid and think, we should get the cavalry ready, because there is a war coming. And John Stewart goes, yes, but I'll need backup. And you see another Green Lantern show up. His name is Kilowog. Kilowog mentions to the Guardians that he knows a friend that can help them, and his name is Hal Jordan. We finally get to see Hal Jordan in the flesh in my DCU. And as Kilowog says, Hal Jordan, John Stewart smiles, says, he trained me to become the best Green Lantern I have ever been. So I dedicate my life to Hal Jordan. And at the end of the movie, we get to see a tease for Sinestro and Parallax as they go in a meeting about who should destroy the Guardians. In the post-credit scene of this movie, we'll see Darkseid leering over Oa, thinking to himself, after my war of Atlantis is done and they're all destroyed, I'm coming after you, Oa, with all your Green Lanterns. And that'll be the end of the third movie of my shared universe. For the fourth movie in my shared universe, it'll be a Wonder Woman movie. In this movie, Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, will visit Themyscira, her home planet, to warn the Amazonians about the coming threat known as Darkseid. Queen, otherwise known as her mum, warns the army of the coming danger. And just as you've seen in Zack Snyder's Justice League, as the Queen warns the others, all you see is a boom tube open, and all you see is Steppenwolf appear and take one of the mother boxes and take it back to Darkseid. But Steppenwolf doesn't leave without getting into a fight, because all the Amazonians, knowing that this upcoming threat, don't trust Steppenwolf and fight him, because they want to keep the mother box away from Darkseid. So it goes pretty same premise as Zack Snyder's Justice League, in that scene where the Amazonians take on Steppenwolf. But picture that scene in a full-on, Wonder Woman movie. That'd be epic. And at the end of this movie, they'll tease the arrival of Cheetah, well, the return of Cheetah, I should say, as she scours Themyscira looking for Prince Diana after her fight with Wonder Woman, Flash, and Superman in the previous movie she had. In the post-credit scene, we'll see the arrival of Darkseid as he looks over Themyscira. And that will be the end of this fourth installment in this phase 2 of my DCEU. For the fourth movie in my shared universe, it'll be a sequel to The Flash. In this movie, The Flash will be racing around Central City looking for any crimes that have been said. And Flash runs into his old enemy named Reverse Flash. But Reverse Flash is not alone. He has company. Godspeed. Godspeed comes out unexpectedly and says, "Hello, Barry, remember me?" With a shocked face, the Flash looks at him and goes, "Yes, I do. I remember us fighting last time. I beat you to a pulp." Godspeed, along with Reverse Flash, laugh maniacally. They say, "We are not alone." Godspeed waves his hand in indication to show let's sign in, and all you see is a giant gorilla named Gorilla Grodd showing up. The Flash is shocked and fights all three of them, defeats them, and then runs off to Star Labs to warn the others. Because before the fight, or during the fight, Gorilla Grodd says there's a threat arriving, and his name is Darkseid. And at the end of this movie, we'll see finally Darkseid arrive on Earth. Darkseid has a plan to get the anti-life equation. Flash races up to him, fights him, but loses the first battle. Darkseid laughs and says, "You and your puny Justice League will not defeat me. I'll always win, and sooner or later, this Earth, this planet, these people will be mine for my bidding." In the post-credit scene, we'll see a continuation of the battle, but Darkseid is hunting for the anti-life equation, and all you see is a dark figure with glowing red eyes facing down Darkseid, and the dark figure reveals himself to be Superman. And that's the end of this movie. For the 6th movie in this shared universe, it'll be another Justice League movie with the characters of Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Superman, Martian Manhunter, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash. And in this movie, the Justice League meet up in the tower, discussing the upcoming threat that has just arrived on Earth. The members that are having a meeting: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern. They are all having a meeting because they have all encountered Darkseid. The only ones that are not present are Martian Manhunter, who doesn't even know the threat has arrived, and the Flash, who is racing back as fast as he can to let the Justice League know. Before the meeting, before Superman even says anything, the Flash bursts into the room, apologizes, and then says, "Darkseid's here. Please be prepared." Then, suddenly, as Flash appeared, Martian Manhunter arrives, reads Flash's mind, and goes, "He's telling the truth." He's afraid, and Darkseid has only just beaten him in a battle, and he warns the Justice League to get ready. Superman goes into battle mode. Batman steps to the side saying, "I am Batman," in his tone, and also saying, "Darkseid is an enemy to us all. He must be stopped." Wonder Woman nods her head in agreement. Jon Stewart nods his head as well, and so does Aquaman, and they all go out and fight Darkseid. And in this movie, the Justice League battle Darkseid, but they almost have the upper hand before Darkseid knows a secret weapon and does a laser beam and defeats them all. He doesn't kill them, he just defeats them. But Darkseid, watching the laid out Justice League, says, You may have lost this battle, and there are more battles to come, and I'll win them all." Superman gets up and goes, "You think you've won, Darkseid? I have got a secret weapon of my own." While Superman flies up and knocks out Darkseid back into his boom tube. Now, Darkseid is trapped in his dimension and is not able to get back. And that's the end of this movie. And at the end of this movie, we'll tease the arrival of Doomsday, who will be the next villain, as he meets up with Lex Luthor. In the post-credit scene, we'll see Lex Luthor create, which is a continuation of the introduction of Darkseid, Doomsday's arrival, while Lex Luthor is in a lab creating a beastly creature. He calls himself Doomsday. Doomsday is ordered by Lex Luthor to destroy Superman and the Justice League. And that'll be the end of this movie and phase 2 of my DCEU.